What up? How's it going?
Not much. It's going good.
That is good. Good to hear. Good to hear. What you've done this before. You're a deck dog pro.
Yeah.
So hit me with the elevator pitch of our new queen of the format, Asui.
Well, first time I was on there, I said Kirishima is my favorite. Tsuyu was right up there with him. So this is the second deck I built,
Okay.
and I got a lot of her support for my first couple of boxes. So I was just like, put it together,
Yeah, for sure.
and I figured, you know what? If I want to kill someone quickly, this is probably how you do it.
Yeah, I agree. This is a pretty aggressive deck. I don't think it's necessarily her most aggressive symbol. But I do like the deck under. I personally like the deck underwater, just actually because it has more defense than anything. You're
Yeah.
keeping it a tight 50. It looks like 30 foundations, 20 attacks.
Yeah.
Is that mandatory? You're down to go a little bigger, huh?
Nah, I can go up a little more if I want. I just kept it at 50 in the beginning because there wasn't really anything else I could put in there that I thought was necessary.
That is fair.
Like lately, I've been thinking maybe Crow and Frog would be decent in here, but if I do that, I'll just kick it up to like 55, 60, like 60 cards probably.
So my
Gotta
opinion
put
is
more foundations.
I love Crow and Frog in this deck. I think Crow and Frog is
Yeah.
super stellar. And I think you actually kick the Ice Storms for it. And just be good at winning rolling dice. And then put all four of these in the sideboard, and whenever you want to play defensive, take the Crown Frogs out, put these guys in.
Yeah.
Or maybe take the Tongue Smacks out, right? Because Tongue Smack is Crown Frog a mid as well? I have to look it up now. Perfect. Home.
I remember I just pulled my third one today or the other day. So.
Also a 2 mid. So yeah, we could easily just take out the Ice Storms for him, right? And so I get to do this and set current deck. And then we put these in the sideboard, and we'll look at them in a bit. 4 amphibious, perfect. 3 rescue, perfect. Walkling, if you want to be aggressive, could belong in the sideboard as well, right? Like we could toss this in here and then have just like another good move, like observant student. You only have a 1 of. Yeah, we easily toss this up to a 4 of. That card's insane. That card's crazy.
Yeah. I did it mostly for the low block, and I didn't have like I was trying to keep it around 50, so I didn't really have space. And I was like, I had them in. I had 2 of them in when I only had 2 of the rescue completed, so I just switched one out for that.
Right. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah, my big thing about observant student, right, is the fact that we one of the ways that you beat Asui is you go to deadlock, right? And you build up such an unmovable force against the character that even if you do happen to play 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks on me, that I have enough defense that I can stave it off. But with first villain encounter and observant student, you're not allowed to do that. You can't go to deadlock against the character.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a really easy, it's a spam, it's a stunning low block. It lets you flip for your frog lashings. It lets you commit if you think you're going to be playing a bit of a grindier game. It lets you push through the bad stuff. Irrefutable. I love this card, but once again, I think it needs to be more of a sideboard card, and I'm going to put 2 of you, and I'm going to put 2 Frozen in the deck, and we'll do a quick little update and see where we're at. Walkling stayed in the main board. That's fine. Where are we at now? We're at 57. Okay, we got to cut this down just a little bit. That is it's because Chrome Frog went to the main board and not sideboard. So 53 currently. Oh, we're actually taking the Ice Storms and putting them in the sideboard. That's what we were doing. And then seeing what's up. And then cutting you. And then seeing what's up. All right, down to 49. How did we get to 49? We lost a card somewhere. That's okay.
Moved out 4 of the 4 walklings. We only put in 3 of the observant student. We already had 1.
Good point. And so the other thing we could do, right, if we want to save on sideboard room, is we could toss this back up to the 1 of and just switch those stats. So we've got 3 over here in the sideboard and then 1 in the main board. It also cuts down on our 4 checks, right? Which are most of our deck is being played on 5s, right? Like I'll play this on the 5, and then we play this one on the 4, and then the rest of these are all on 4s, or on 5s, right? Because I've got 1 card in my card play, and then I'm constantly kicking them. and then eventually the Frog Lashing comes in, but it re-ready stuff, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, this is where it is at. This is where it is at whenever we play an unbelievably aggressive Asui deck. This deck is so crazy fast. It's such crazy aggro.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be even a little bit more aggressive, honestly, and just not care about your block modifiers or whatever, and just high roll your opponent more, and you have, I don't know, $200 to kill, instead of these tongue smacks, you put in Frigid Heat Waves.
Yeah, I have one.
You have one? Honestly, I think
I've
the card
gotten
is still
a
worth
lot
it.
of those, and it just
have
not come up.
I would even still just put in the one. I think this card in Asui is borderline unfair because it's 7 high for X.
Yeah.
I think you instantly take out Tongue Smack for Frigid Heat Waves, because even on a turn where it's Frigid Heat Wave and then a bunch of foundations, you can still just jam the Frigid Heat Wave, draw 2 more foundations, build, and then block if you need to, right? And Tongue Smack doesn't give you that option because you only get to draw the card if a card's left.
Yeah.
And just like the stats on these cards are like way crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is probably way closer to what I would run for my attack lineup. I would just take out the smacks altogether, or maybe like run one smack and then 3 frigids.
Smack. Do a lot of work for me in my deck.
Yeah, I mean, smack
is crazy.
Smack is really good if the top card of deck is an attack. Smack is really good if the top card of deck is an attack, and you've drawn a second one, but you're playing 20 and 50, and so like the likelihood of this happening is high, especially if you get to go scout it out with Observant Student, right? Like it feels really, really good.
Yeah, I've actually had games where I've played smack and drew a smack, which drew a smack, which drew a smack.
Yeah, wow.
And they just died. I'm like, all right, well,
that is for sure how that works. Yeah, I love triple rescue completed in here. I love the triple gotchas. I think Desperate Times is a good card and will continue to be a good card throughout set 1 and set 2. Yeah, this is just like hella consistent. The only thing that, how many plus ultras do you have?
I have 2.
Any deck that runs tape could think about playing plus ultra in the main board, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll like play a Crow and Frog as a poke, as like a lead-in attack, and then you'll think about maybe like just ending there, right? Like they didn't block this one because they're afraid of something later, and you take your momentum and you run, and it makes your plus ultras really good. And whenever you sideboard, that kind of line of play makes Ice Storms really good because you get to just powerful 3 it, right? But in the main board, we currently don't have a momentum out, and so maybe we bring it up just to 52, and we jam some plus ultras.
Well, to be fair, in this deck, I don't really ever take momentum because the only thing that uses it was the Ice Storms, and I use those mostly for the breaker.
Correct. But being able to say that your Frog Lashings come in with the +3 from Frog Kick, and then you give it even more, means that the Frog Lashing is just unblockable for 1,000,000, right? As well as like it is an unbelievably good offensive piece and an unbelievably good defensive piece because you're playing tape, and tape and plus ultra is borderline unfair.
Yeah, I kind of just rotate the 2 plus ultras that I have right now. I haven't tried it in the Sue yet because I haven't used her since I got them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair.
I just got them week before last.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, I got one for entering, and I died one and got the victory one. So I was like, okay.
I just opened up 2 Victory Plus Ultras yesterday or whatever. Cool. So is there anything on this list that you vehemently disagree with? And be brutally honest. I hate this choice, or I love this choice, or whatever.
It makes sense. I mean, like, for me, I had the Wall Clings and this Ice Storms in because, like, throws are a thing, and they're not fun to play against when you have 20 health. And the Ice Storms have actually put me in good places where like people are over aggressive and you just break or 2 them and their turn ends and you kill them next turn.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, we could what we could do, if you wanted to, is hit the 2 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Like we do 2 and 2, and
Do
then we
2
put the other 2
yeah.
in the sideboard.
Yeah, that might work.
And then you get to like fill it out and see like I know there's some Asui players that just don't even like Crow and Frog, right? I think they're crazy.
I didn't have it in there, and then like I was actually thinking today when I looked at it again, like maybe I go up to like closer to 60 and just throw Crow and Frogs in there where it was, and then just go for it. But I was like, that seems a little greedy.
Okay.
But like,
I feel that.
Yeah. So then it'd be at 24, and my other deck that's 60 cards runs 24 attacks, so it's like not that big of a stretch. My decks tend to run a little more aggressive than normal.
I think we are inside of an aggressive format because they hella nerfed the best defensive character.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. That one hurt a bit.
Yeah.
But
I think you're gonna find Crow and Frog and First Villain Encounter are gonna work like bread and butter.
Yeah,
together.
That's the reason I was looking at. I was like, I kind of feel like Crow and Frog might be good in this deck again.
Yeah.
Or I could have just left it at 50 and took out the Frog kicks for the Crow and Frog because they do pretty much the same thing.
Well, first off,
I do like
it's a 1 high block, right?
Yeah, it is a good high block.
2, this card baits your opponent into blocking, which is something you really want in a Tongue Whip deck.
Mm-hmm.
We really, really want them to block.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Oh.
If they don't block, then they get more speed on top of more speed.
Correct. Yeah.
But that was like the initial thought. I was like, no, because like as you said, Frog Kick is just really good.
Yeah, Frog Kick, it's 1 high block.
So I thought about it and I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait till we talk and do the thing and then we'll figure it out.
And the other thing is like it fixes things like its first villain encounters or like irrefutable force of nature, right? Commit, do that, commit Atsui, kick this, and this could even be like played on defense, right? Which is why I don't think we need to jam 4 irrefutables anymore.
I was planning on taking that down because it was mostly out of 4 because of coordinated.
Right. 100%.
And now that that's gone, it's like I don't feel like I need it that much. It's good in some cases, but I still want to run at least 2 because it has answers for stuff.
Yeah, it stops things like sticky balls and wall cling in the Typhoon. Like it stops.
In the Typhoon is a big one for me. We have a local Tokiyomi that plays the hell out of that card.
It is a good one. It is a very, very good one.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Any final thoughts?
No, that looks good.
Yeah, I dig it. I like this deck a lot. I think this deck certainly has 2 speeds on and off. And so
it definitely does.
If that's the gameplay that you enjoy, then I think this is the list to do it.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, man. Let me get you this list and we'll send it on your way.
All right, sounds good.
Peace.